exploring spatial resolution principle, a geomatics engineering perspective.
Welcome to the Universal Principles podcast. Today we're diving into the spatial resolution principle. Simply put, it's about how much detail we can see in spatial data. But what does that really mean in the world of geomatics engineering?
Thanks for having me. In geomatics engineering, we use tools like GPS and LiDAR to collect spatial data. What's fascinating about the spatial resolution principle is that it dictates the level of detail we can extract from that data. It's the smallest feature that our instruments can reliably distinguish. Think of it like this: the higher the resolution, the more detail we can capture, and the more accurately we can represent the world.
So higher spatial resolution is always better, right? Could you walk us through a concrete example of how this impacts real-world applications?
Not always, there are trade-offs. Consider LiDAR mapping of forests. With high spatial resolution, we can distinguish individual trees, their heights, and even branch structures. This is crucial for precise forestry management, carbon stock estimation, and biodiversity monitoring. However, this generates massive datasets which needs larger processing capabilities and increased project costs.
That makes sense. What if we lowered the resolution in that forestry project?
With lower spatial resolution, instead of individual trees, we might only see general canopy height and density. While this reduces data volume and costs, we lose the ability to identify individual trees, assess their health, or accurately map smaller clearings. It becomes more about general trends than specific details. Another example is in mapping urban sprawl. High resolution allows us to see individual buildings and roads, tracking changes accurately. Lower resolution only shows broader patterns, missing crucial details like new construction in specific neighborhoods.
So it's a balance between detail and practicality. Does this principle apply outside of geomatics engineering?
Absolutely. Think about radiometric resolution in remote sensing. While spatial resolution focuses on detail in space, radiometric resolution focuses on detail in the electromagnetic spectrum. Just like spatial resolution determines the smallest feature we can see, radiometric resolution determines the smallest difference in light intensity we can detect. It's another facet of data granularity impacting discernibility.
Fascinating. What practical advice would you give someone working with spatial data to make the most of this principle?
First, clearly define your project objectives before collecting data. What level of detail do you really need? Second, carefully consider the trade-offs between resolution, data volume, and processing costs. Higher resolution isn't always worth the extra burden. Finally, always validate your results. Compare your data to real-world observations to ensure your chosen resolution is providing accurate and meaningful information. If not, you may have to refly that data.
Great insights. Any final thoughts on the spatial resolution principle?
It's a reminder that data isn't just about quantity, it's about quality and relevance. Understanding the limitations and capabilities of spatial resolution is crucial for making informed decisions and extracting valuable insights from spatial data. Thanks for having me.
This has been very insightful. Thanks for joining us on Universal Principles. Join us next time as we explore another concept shaping our world.